Hi guys, this is the advisor and welcome back to my channel. Now guys, today Sunday, May 26th, and on a Sunday I try to use Sundays on my channel as a day of reflection. The day when I reflect on us as a race, where we are going, and to think about what hopes are there for us to take ourselves out of this state of disharmony and degradation that we find ourselves. And as usual, when I try to teach things, I know that people are going to become angry with me because not everybody can handle truth. Nevertheless, it is my duty as a black man to do my best to see if I can wake up even one person with one of my video. I consider it a job well done. And the reason for this video today is because of what has happened to Sean Kingston's mother. When I look at her as a black woman who is so filled with self-hatred that she have to have over 60 wigs because she has never been seen in public without her wig, apart from the 2 times that she was in prison, because you can't wear a wig, that's all. That to me is self-hatred, and there is no other word for it, but it's a self-loathing mentality when you decide that your hair upon your head not good enough for you as a black woman. Anyway, but let me say this. How did the hair that you black women wear, I'm going to talk to now, my black sisters, the hair on your head, where it come from? Where it come from? You don't know? Have you guys ever stopped to think where the hair on your head, the one that you pay how much money from, and them claims it come from Brazil? Is it really from Brazil? Is it really real hair? I mean, real human hair? Well, let me answer the first question. Is it really from Brazil? Very unlikely. Only about 12% of all the human hair that are sold worldwide come from Brazil. The other 88% comes from India. And some of the hair from India is actually branded as Brazilian hair. Guess who buy these Indian hair? I can tell you, virtually 100% of this hair are brought by black women. Every woman in sub-Saharan Africa, basically virtually 100% of this hair goes to sub-Saharan Africa, the United States, and the Caribbean. Very few white women or Chinese women or Vietnamese buy any of this anywhere in Asia, mostly Asia or Europe. As a matter of fact, white women, as far as I know, or it has been said, buy 8% of all the hair that comes on the market. In other words, those women from all those countries love themselves. But that is not the point I'm trying to make. The question is, why do Indian women cut off their hair and sell it? Is it just because they want money? The answer is no. A few of this hair is sold, but very, very few. Most of this hair, it's gotten because of a certain reason, which I'm going to explain to you. The hair where you wear upon your head, here how you come by it, or here why you actually even end up getting it in the first place. Most of these Indians are Hindu, and Hindu women love their hair. Hair is considered an attribute of extreme beauty. So Indian women like to keep their hair. So, if that being the case, why do Indian women cut off their hair and give it away free every single year, because most of the hair that you get was not sold to the suppliers who process and supply it to black women. It is given away free of cost. But why? Here is the story. Whenever a Hindu woman is going through her struggles, her husband is drinking, her husband has an outside girlfriend, things are not going right, less money is coming into their business, the son needs a job, or in other words, once things are not going right in her life, she thinks she has to sacrifice one of the most valuable things she has on her body, which is her hair. In other words, she pray and transfer all of the bad luck and the crosses in her life to the hair. Yes, that's what they do. Then they go to the temple and finish their prayer in front of the priest. And then they transfer all of the bad luck, all of the crosses and everything into the hair. And then the priest shaves the head. And when the priest shaves the head, she leaves a free woman without the crosses on her head. Yes, she give it away. It's bad luck. The hair get the jinx in her life, and she moves on. What does the priest do? As usual, you know, when it comes to religion, every cleric, every official in every religion on the face of this earth, every religious leader is a scammer. Every single one. In Hindu, for example, what the priest does, he takes the hair from hundreds and thousands of women, and then they bag it up and then they sell it. Yeah, man, sell it and make a bag of money. The cross is here. The hair where the woman cut, transfer all her hardship and bad luck to, and then cut it off, dash it away. The priest bag it up and sells it to these factories, though it is processed into here. Different colors, different size, different textures and shapes and so on. And then sell it to who? Black woman. And black woman pay good money, very good money for these years, and take the Hindu people crosses, put on them head, go about and feeling quite beautiful. Now, uno expect anybody in India to respect uno as black people, black women. But first of all, about how much here you think the women in India dash way as crosses every year. You won't believe this, but it's 500 tons. 500 tons every year. And the annual sales worldwide is $12.8 billion. Billion with a B. Yes. And so black woman just gobble up even the poorest black woman who is willing to spend a lot of money on their hair. But you didn't know what's that crosses you put on the head? Even though it might have washed clean and they change the texture and change the color and all of that. But what? Originally, what was it meant for? I want to take it, put your hand on the head. I want to feel so comfortable and happy. And actually feel beautiful. Because of course it's beautiful than the hair we're born with. And it's always the poorest among us. It's always the most uneducated among us. It's always those with the lowest sense of self-esteem. And it don't mean necessarily uneducated, because I'm telling you, all of them movie stars and all of those people you see on TV in Housewives of this and all of them, all those radio announcers, there is none of them who love themselves enough who would ever come to the front door, come pick up them meal without them put on plastic here or crosses here from India upon them head. Here is one of the worst things that this does for us as a race. It causes other races to look down on us. And why not? We already are looking down on ourselves because we think so we're not good looking enough. It has been said, that whenever you want to destroy a race, you begin by targeting its women. And that's an extremely effective strategy. And I'm going to tell you why. Women, all women, have low self-esteem. They will try to tell you differently, and I know I'm going to get a lot of pushback for saying that. But it's just the plain truth. For example, take a man. A man's self-esteem exudes from within, and he passes that self-esteem on out. It exudes from his body, and everyone around him lock on to that and know who he is. Women, on the other hand, is the opposite. Women were born without a lot of self-esteem. And they pull the self-esteem, they pull their esteem from those around them. In other words, women seek validation from the society or the people in which they interact, with which they interact. If she suspects that those around her do not see her as beautiful, she will do whatever it takes to make her feel beautiful or to portray herself to the others around her as being beautiful. While for men, we don't give a rat's butt. That is the reason why men do not, adorning themselves with a lot of fandangles and going on about, because their esteem, they were born with it. Men emanates esteem outwards, women pulls esteem from outside and take it within her. The amount of money, because of this low self-esteem, the amount of money that black women spends on here, if they had been putting those monies annually into businesses, into investing it in property, investing it in better education, or even in insurance or some other type of investment, black people would be better off and better financially stable. But that kind of a bling, that feel-good feeling that we get from portraying ourselves as being beautiful and accepting the beauty standards of another race is what is soaking up we as a race. But I'm going to add one thing. Guys, I know I'm talking to the men. Men, it's a phone of fault. So why am I blaming the men for this? Because we contributing to this by our silence. First of all, some of us has reached the point where we actually begin to think. The women have forced us into a position where some of us, growing up and seeing this false here, actually believes that this is this standard of beauty that is acceptable and the only one that is acceptable, and therefore we just fit in and want to see women like this. And for the rest of us, the reason why women do it? Because when we have our ladies and we have our girlfriends, we do not let them know that we are happy with them being normal as themselves. Because as I said, women needs to hear it. Women needs to hear that they are beautiful. Women need to hear that they are loved. Women needs to hear that they are sexy. Women needs to hear it. Alright, because guys, tell you the truth, there's a big difference between us, and we can break this cycle. There's a difference between us and the women, as I said. And it is this. If we as men live with our women, as long as she comes home to us, she cooks our food, she takes care of the laundry, do everything in the house that she's supposed to do, and take care of all our needs as a woman should, as far as we are concerned, she loves us. We don't need to ever hear she say, I love you. If she feels to say it, fine. If she don't want to say it, who the hell cares? Because as far as we are concerned, If she did not love us, she wouldn't have been with us. Simple. Argument done. If she never loved we, she would have gone. Women, on the other hand, is totally different. You could have give her diamonds and rubies and wash her foot and drink the water. She wants to hear, I love you. She wants to hear, dear, you are beautiful. All the nice words that you use to get her, you have to go keep saying it, because women do not have any self-esteem inside of them to fall back on like us. They want to hear it because they are feeding from us. Women are receptacles. They are open to these kinds of spirits and these kinds of connections. She wants to hear it. Even when I do the world fair, she want to hear. And if we do that and let women feel loved and respected and appreciated and feel that they're attractive in and of themselves, they wouldn't try so hard to go feel that them want this and that here for put on them head to look good. Because most of the time when she go gets all that here and put on her head, she'll do it for try to please you because she thinks they are look on other woman we have on false hair and she's no longer as attractive to you. If you wake up and tell your lady every day how beautiful she is with her natural hair, believe me, nobody else in the world matter to her. Because she loves you and you're the one, most often you're the one she's doing this thing to try and please. If she doesn't know that you prefer her in her natural state, she will always be out there trying to outdo other women so as to look attractive so you can be attractive to her and not go out there and go off with somebody else. So men, you are the one who can make she take off that damn piece of crosses where she have on her head where the Indian crosses them bash pan and fling it away. So on this Sunday evening, guys, that's just my thought. Please tell me what you think about it in the comment section. Like, share, leave a comment below, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video.